I remember the day like it was yesterday, even though it feels like a lifetime ago. It was a dark and stormy night, and my friends and I were on a road trip to visit my grandma. The rain poured down, making it hard to see through the windshield of our old car. Lightning flashed, illuminating the twisted trees along the side of the road. We needed to stop for gas, so we pulled into the only station we could find. A small, run-down place that seemed to appear out of nowhere. As we parked near the old pumps, the rain beat against the roof of the car like a drum. My friends and I glanced at each other nervously, feeling a sense of unease settle over us. But we were low on gas and had no other choice. I stepped out of the car and made my way to the pump, the sound of the rain echoing in my ears. The station looked even more decrepit up close, with paint peeling off the walls and weeds growing through the cracks in the pavement. I shivered, feeling a chill run down my spine. I inserted the nozzle into the tank and tried to focus on the task at hand, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me. I glanced around nervously, but the station appeared deserted. Still, the feeling of being watched lingered, like a shadow in the darkness. Suddenly, I heard a creaking noise coming from the old building behind me. I turned slowly, my heart pounding in my chest. The door to the station swung open with a loud groan, revealing a dark interior illuminated only by the flickering light of a single bulb. I hesitated, unsure if I should investigate further. But curiosity got the better of me, and I took a hesitant step forward. The floorboards creaked beneath my feet as I entered the station, the air thick with the smell of gasoline and something else, something rotten. I called out, my voice trembling with fear, but there was no response. I moved further into the station, the darkness closing in around me like a suffocating blanket. Shadows danced on the walls, and I could swear I heard whispers echoing in the empty space. Suddenly, the light flickered and went out, plunging the station into complete darkness. I froze, my heart pounding in my chest. Panic gripped me as I fumbled for my phone, the only source of light in the darkness. As the screen illuminated the room, I saw something that made my blood run cold. Standing in the corner of the station was a figure, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. It was tall and thin, its skin pale and stretched tight over its bones, its mouth twisted into a grotesque grin, revealing rows of sharp, jagged teeth. I wanted to run, to scream for help, but fear rooted me to the figure took a step forward, its movements slow and deliberate. I could hear its ragged breaths echoing in the silence, filling me with a sense of dread. Suddenly, the figure lunged towards me, its hands outstretched like claws. I stumbled backward, tripping over my own feet as I scrambled to escape. Adrenaline surged through my veins as I raced towards the door, the darkness closing in around me like a suffocating shroud. I burst out of the station and into the rain, the cold droplets washing over me like a cleansing tide. I didn't stop running until I reached the safety of the car, where my friends were waiting with worried expressions. I tried to explain what I had seen, but the words caught in my throat. They didn't believe me, of course. They chalked it up to my overactive imagination, but I knew the truth, and the memory of that night would haunt me forever.